Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya. On this auspicious evening, we pray to the Almighty to lead us from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, and from death to immortality. Offering our pranams to our masters Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba and Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. Elders and guests, students and staff, Sai Ram and good evening. Welcome to day 67 of the One World, One Family World Cultural Festival here at Sathya Sai Grama. We take this opportunity to welcome our esteemed guest this evening, Mr. Badri Komandur, Managing Director and CEO, Strides Pharma Science Limited. Hearty welcome to you, sir. We also extend warm greetings to everyone on this joyous occasion of Deepavali. It is one of those festivals that is celebrated across the length and breadth of our country. The Festival of Lights holds great significance in the history of Indian culture and spirituality, such as the advent of Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Dhanvantri during the Samudra Manthana, Ayodhya celebrating the return of Lord Rama and Mother Sita with countless lamps, and Lord Krishna and Satyabhama vanquishing the tyrant Narakasura. Therefore, Deepavali has always marked the victory of good over evil, light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and hope over despair. As we gather today in celebration, let us strive to protect this light of love and wisdom in our hearts, pass on the flame to many more so that together we can make this world a brighter, safer, and a happier place for all. We will commence the proceedings with invocation by the Vedic girl students of the university, and they will chant verses from Surya Upanishad.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Bhurbhuvassuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Surya Atma Jagatastastushascha Suryadvai Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Surya Adyagnav Parjanyo Namatma Namaste Aditya Tvameva Pratyaksham Karma Kartasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Vishnurasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Rudrosi Tvameva Pratyaksham Rugasi Tvameva Pratyakshayajurasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Samasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Atharvasi Tvameva Sarvam Chandosi Adityad Vayurjayate Adityad Bhumirjayate Adityad Apo Jayante Adityad Jyotirjayate Adityad Vyomadisho Jayante Adityad Deva Jayante Adityad Veda Jayante Adityo Va Esha Etan Mandalantapati Asavadityo Brahma Om Adityaya Vidmahe Sahasra Kiranaya Dhimahi Tanna Suryah Prachodayat. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Sai Ishwararpanamastu.
We will now have a short video on the significance of the festival of Deepavali. May we have the video, please?
On this sacred day, the lamps of 1 billion homes shimmer in unison, celebrating Diwali, also known as Deepavali, the festival of lights. Deepavali signifies a path illuminated by countless flames, a journey of the soul from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light. Across India and beyond, Diwali transcends boundaries of language, region, and tradition as it symbolizes the eternal victory of dharma over adharma. As the moon wanes in the months of Ashwin and Kartika, the radiant festival unfolds over 5 sacred days. In the Ramayana, Diwali marks the triumphant return of Lord Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile and the conquest of the demon king Ravana. The people of Ayodhya welcomed them with rows of oil lamps, lighting up the night in a divine celebration of dharma restored. Each flickering flame symbolizing the joy of good prevailing over evil, a message that continues to illuminate human hearts to this day. Another sacred tradition remembers the valor of Lord Krishna, who in the Dwapara Yuga slew the demon Narakasura, liberating 16,000 souls held captive in darkness. The day of his victory is observed as Naraka Chaturdashi, the eve of Diwali, a timeless reminder that no shadow can endure the brilliance of divine truth. At the heart of Diwali glows the presence of Goddess Lakshmi, the radiant consort of Lord Vishnu, and the goddess of wealth, purity, and prosperity. According to legend, she emerged from the cosmic ocean during the great churning of the ocean of milk. On this sacred night, it is said, Lakshmi chose Lord Vishnu as her eternal consort. As twilight descends, homes are cleaned and adorned with rangolis, doors are lined with diyas, and families gather to worship Lakshmi and Ganesha. The air fills with laughter, fireworks, and fragrance of sweets, symbols of renewal and gratitude. Though customs may differ across India's vast expanse, the essence remains one, the celebration of life, light, and divine order. In truth, Diwali is more than a festival. It is a philosophy. It reminds us that every human heart holds a spark of the divine, waiting to be kindled into brilliance.
Today, non-communicable diseases have grown to become the invisible epidemic as referred to by the WHO. In such a scenario, traditional Indian medicine, which is deeply rooted in spirituality, is not only gaining popularity but also global acceptance. This is primarily because of an effective preventive arm and armamentarium of non-pharmacological, spiritually based techniques that can reduce sickness levels and complement modern medical therapy. Integrated medicine that combines the best of modern medicine and traditional Indian medicine promises to be the way forward. And this evening, we are pleased to announce the launch of a book titled An Introduction to Spirituality and Traditional Indian Medicine for Medical Students and Healthcare Professionals. The book is authored by Dr. Heeramalini Seshadri, Senior Rheumatologist, and Dr. Divya Seshadri, Dermatologist. They are both faculty members of Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, and the book is edited by Sri Preetham Sinha of Bangalore University. May we please call them all on stage for the book release. The book carries forwards by Dr. Gangadhar, former chair of the National Medical Commission, and Dr. B. N. Narasimhamurthy, former chancellor, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. The high point of the book is the preface by Sadhguru himself. Widely acclaimed by academics across both modern and traditional systems of medicine, the book seeks to bridge this knowledge gap. Available as both hard copies and e-books on Kindle, All proceeds from the book will be offered to Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. John Maxwell once said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." They are those with the ability to translate their vision into reality. As part of this global festival, we recognize and celebrate such leaders who embody the courage to traverse uncharted territory, carving a path for themselves while laying the road for multitudes to follow. Success for such leaders is not theirs alone, for it reflects in the collective growth of their fellow men too. And today, we are delighted to honor one such leader whose life and journey continue to bring light and hope to countless lives. Mr. Badri Komandur is a seasoned leader with over 28 years of experience across corporate finance, governance, and HR leadership. His academic foundation includes fellowships with the Institutes of Chartered Accountants, Company Secretaries, and Cost Accountants of India. As a certified CHRO from the Wharton School, University of Pennsylvania, he has been steering Strides Pharma towards sustainable and responsible growth. Under his leadership, Strides Pharma today has a global footprint across countries such as the United States, Italy, Singapore, and Kenya, delivering long-term value to all stakeholders. Beyond financial success, Mr. Badri believes that businesses have a responsibility to create a lasting impact. As a leader who believes in balancing performance with purpose, he has advanced his company's award-winning ESG and sustainability vision, placing Strides Pharma among the top 10 in the S&P Global Sustainability Score. Mr. Komandur is widely respected in India's pharmaceutical and financial circles for his ethical, sustainable, and people-centric approach to leadership. We would now like to present the One World, One Family Global Leadership Award to Mr. Badri Komandur, followed by his acceptance speech.
Namaste to everyone. Let me start with a verse. Om Hari Om Bhadram Karne Beshunyama Devaha Bhadram Pashe Makshabiryajatraha Srairangai Stuštuvagum Sastanubihi Veshema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti Nagindro Vriddhasravaha Swasti Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti Nastarsho Arishthanemihi Swasti No Brihaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I learned some Vedic education for 8 years in addition to my profession. Learned it from a 24-year-old boy. My father's last wish was that somebody should learn Vedas in my house. And I started at the age of 43. Now I am 54. And I did up to 50 years I did. And I practice every week. So I just want to give a meaning to all of this, whatever I recited. The meaning of this entire powerful verse is from Arunam, which is the Surya Namaskara of Krishna Yajurveda. It says, O Devas, may we hear with our ears, which is auspicious. O Yajatra, may we see with our eyes what is auspicious. May we filled with strength of steady limbs and bodies. May we live the lifespan appointed by the gods for the well-being. So this is the meaning of whatever I said, and we are seeing what is auspicious, and we are extremely thankful to this great organization. And I just want to make I see a lot of students here. I just want to make some few pointers for you to think through in life. So life is all about right time, right place, right people. It's all about right time. Many people ask me, what is your critical success factor? I always say that I started my career in 1994, and today we are in 2025. And after 31 years of service, I am very proud to say I worked during the time of 30 best years of India. That's the critical success factor for me, in the sense that it is, for me, that is the year to be at the right time. I started my career in 1994. India liberalized in 1994. And sometimes there are so many brilliant people before me who did not have opportunities to show their caliber, I will say, but I am very fortunate that way. Then right place. Right place is something I really spent half my career with Strides Pharma Science. The main reason it attracted me was it is catering to lives each and every single day. We supply medicines to 85 plus countries, and we are a very unique company in the pharma sector. We don't supply to domestic, we supply to international agencies like UNICEF. We also supply to Global Fund, which in turn reaches many backward countries in Africa, and we touch many lives as we speak. And from my side, the way I see it is that from a right place, also right people. I'm very proud to say that I work for Strides, and founded by Arun Kumar. I think you should all Google and see. One of the unique founders in the pharmaceutical industry. And I would like to quote some few things. While we run corporates, he always believed that the responsibility is towards the shareholders, it's towards the public. So when we did a transaction some time back, about 10 years back, we did a transaction about 15,000 crores or something. So what will you do with the money? We sold one of the businesses and we got 15,000 crores. My founder said that we have to give it back to shareholders. We distributed 88% of the money back to shareholders. It's a fantastic, and it's a 100-year corporate record. And recently we also distributed almost about 80 billion rupees, 8,000 crores back to shareholders. At the end of the day, you can run corporates. What is important is we deal with shareholders' money, right? It is important that we should give back to them. So we are giving it in this form, and we are very happy to say that from the last 15 years I've been here, anybody was spent about, would have 100 rupee, if he has invested in Strides, would have got 3,500 rupees back in 15 years' time. 35 times returns we are given to all the shareholders. I don't want to make it as a corporate communication. All I'm saying is, while you may run companies for profits, our responsibility is much, much bigger. It's to the public, right? And that's what we try to do from that perspective. And I have no doubts in mind that I want to work for such people. Okay, that's the most important thing, right? We have to work with, you have to be at the right time. Right place is Strides, right people is Arun Kumar. The way I see it, I owe this award to him for making me what I am. And I was a very novice to pharma sector, and he really made me what I am today. And of course, and I'd like to say two more things for each and every student who is here. Great mind discusses ideas. Average mind discusses events. Small mind discusses people. So you are all, I want you to discuss ideas. The future ideas has to come from you. And you are all great minds, and you are all led by this great institution. So it is more important that you spend your mind in generating more ideas. India will become a better place, world will become a better place. Second thing I can say is that you may achieve anything in life, you can become a leader. But the real index of leadership is you have to create more leaders, not followers. Right? So what is more important is every leader should create more leaders. So I had an opportunity of creating at least 20, 25 leaders in my thing, because that's a legacy we leave, right? So from that perspective, if you really see overall, I think you all have wonderful future. You are in a great country, phenomenal opportunities, and with safe hands in these type of institutions, which is not very easy to run. It's a very, very tough. Today, running an institution is very, very tough. And I'm extremely honored, extremely humbled, and I seek the blessings of each one of you to do well. And I wish each and every student here, plus a lot of other people who are there, the distinguished guests, all the very best. And all I can say is good intentions will only lead to good results. With that, I will conclude, and namaste, and wish you a very happy Deepavali and Diwali to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Komandur, for accepting the award and for sharing your insightful words of inspiration and shared growth with all of us. Now, on behalf of everyone, we pray to Sadhguru to bless us all with his benedictory message on this auspicious Deepavali evening.
As it was mentioned, that this is a festival of light. And light in our scripture represents knowledge. Because darkness is compared to ignorance. In a dark place, you can't see a thing. You can't even see yourself. So darkness is equal to ignorance because you don't know anything about what exists there. But the moment you light a lamp, that light which shines makes everything seen and known. And in that light, we come to know of things that exist around us, and we also come to know of our own selves. So Deepavali is a very significant festival in our country because it's about knowing everything around you and then knowing yourself too. While on the surface, it is a festival that is associated, as was mentioned, that Sri Rama returned to Ayodhya, and people felt that light has returned to the dark kingdom, which was missing their ruler, Sri Rama. Or we think of it as a festival when Narkasura was destroyed by Satyabhama, and all the women in his captivity were released. Again, it was like bringing light to the lives of thousands of those women who were suffering in the dark prisons of Narkasura. We also celebrate this festival Trayodashi, Chaturdashi and Amavasya. As Trayodashi is also Dhanvantari Jayanti. And Dhanvantari is the avatar of Vishnu who represents medicine, the knowledge of medicine. Again, sickness is darkness. Because once you're sick, your mind shuts down. It can't think clearly. It suffers. And when you bring medicine and health to people, you bring light into their lives. So they're able to function again, think again, and do whatever needs to be done. So as if you have taken them out of darkness into light. So also Lakshmi. Without wealth, the life seems to be a dark place because you can't achieve much. But with wealth, wealth is not only material wealth, it is also knowledge, it is also the wealth of character, good relationships, and good karmas. All that is wealth. Lakshmi is not just one Ashtalakshmi we say, that includes Moksha Lakshmi also. So it's not about just Dhana Dhanyam, but also it is about Moksha. So all this is wealth. Your knowledge is your wealth. Your abilities is your wealth. Your character, conduct, the actions and the reactions that come from it, all of it is your wealth. So again, without that kind of wealth, life is very sad, as if you are stuck in a dark place. So when you have the wealth of knowledge, wealth of wisdom, abilities and capacities, wealth of good deeds, good relations, it is like bringing light into people's lives. So asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrutyorma amrutam gamaya refers to this idea of bringing light into the lives of people. People who are living a life which is a lie. What kind of lie? That I am the body, I am the mind, this world is all that is and nothing exists beyond. That's a lie. Our scriptures clearly says that you are more than that. You might be encased in a body, you might be dealing with a mind, but you are beyond both, larger than that, bigger than that. And that is the idea of Atman or self. So that knowledge is truly asatoma sadgamaya, taking us from untruth to the truth that you are divine, you are not less than divine. That is the idea. Then we say tamasoma jyotirgamaya, from darkness to light. What is darkness? We just explain all these things are darkness. When you are poor in terms of your knowledge and abilities, it is darkness. When you are sick or unhealthy, it is darkness. When the ruler of your heart, the Lord is not there, you are stuck in the mire of the samsara, that is darkness. And when your senses are imprisoned in the pursuit of desires that take you to hell of suffering, that is darkness. In all these places, you have only misery and suffering. So that is darkness, tamas, from which we must be taken to the jyotihi, the light, in which we can see things clearly, we understand our true selves, we get rid of our attachment to body, mind and senses, which imprison our soul, and then we are free because now we are ruled not by anybody else, but by the Supreme Self, by that Atma Rama. That is how we become free. We attain knowledge, we attain wisdom, we attain freedom. So that is tamasoma jyotirgamaya. And mrutyorma amrutam gamaya. Again, that is in our scriptures, we believe that we are immortal. We are not the ones who are born and who die. The body dies, body is born. But the Supreme Self is immortal, that amrutatva. That is our idea. And that idea is so liberating. Once you have that idea, there is no more fear, because the biggest fear that we suffer from is that of death. Because with death, we think everything is going to come to an end. All that we have accumulated, amassed, learned, experienced, collected, saved, preserved, earned, everything is going to end. But our scriptures say no, that's not true. Life is a journey. Death is only a stop, a station, a pit stop. And then the soul continues its journey. Chatasya hi dhruvam mrityuh dhruvam janma mritasyata. It says those who are born, they are bound to die. In the sense, body is bound to die. And once it dies, it is born again in another time, place and situation. So that is the rule. But soul does not die. Vasansi jirnani, everybody knows from our Bhagavad Gita. It's like changing of garments. When the old worn-out garments are no more useful, we shed them. And we take new garments. And in Deepavali, we wear new garments. Everybody buys new clothes, wear new clothes and shoes and all that. It is another idea. That is mrityorma amrutam gamaya, because we are shedding the old clothes, the old bodies, and then we take up the new ones. And we continue our journey. These ideas are so liberating. And that liberation is the very core of Sanatana Dharma. All other things are at the periphery only. But the core of Sanatana Dharma is to be always reminded of this idea that you are immortal. Yes, while the body needs its own maintenance, preservation, it's a vehicle that needs to be kept up well so that you can continue your journey as long as you can. And mind is the driver which also needs to be trained and should drive this body using all the parts of the senses on the right road of dharma so that we attain moksha. But self is the passenger, that is the idea. And that self never dies. Bodies may change, like we change our cars, we may change our drivers too. But we don't change, that is the idea, self remains. So these are the lofty ideas of Sanatana Dharma, which takes us from the untruth to the truth, from the darkness to light, and from this idea of mortal existence to that infinite, immortal phenomenon of the self. This is the idea of Deepavali in the true sense. So every time you light a lamp, remind yourself of this, that that lamp which is burning bright and shedding light everywhere, it is teaching us about these phenomena, about taking us from the untruth, that this world is real and this is all that is, to the truth that beyond this exists the realm of the self, the supreme self, or the Atman or Paramatman. Beyond this mortal existence of body, mind and senses, there exists this infinite, eternal presence of the ultimate supreme self. And that when we are clouded by our better judgment because of influence of the senses and the mind and the distractions and desires of the world, which push us into dark hells, we are reminded that we have to come out of it through our self-effort and then march on to attain the truth of our existence, and that's how we can be liberated. So that is true Deepavali to me. So I wish everybody a very happy Deepavali, but other than just bursting firecrackers and eating laddus and wearing new clothes, please be reminded of the greater truths behind all these rituals. We just don't do things like that, or off the cuff. Our ancestors have well designed all these festivals and rituals to keep us always reminded of the ultimate goal of life. We don't forget that. That is their whole effort. That's why Indian calendar is punctuated with so many festivals of all kinds. But at the end of it all, whatever be the rituals, it all takes us to the spiritual knowledge of who we are. And that reminder is extremely important. Of late, Deepavali has become simply a mere festivity. And a huge marketing goes around selling sweets and confectioneries and clothes and all firecrackers at great discounts and all kinds of Diwali offers. You see people go buy cars and various gadgets and so on and so forth. That's not the idea of Deepavali. Deepavali is truly a festival that reminds us of the greatest truth and encourages us to pursue that, not give up this path. So we must be reminded of that while you celebrate all the other things on the outside. On the inside, you must be extremely mindful of its true reason why we celebrate that. So children should be knowing that, children should be aware of that. That's very important. Why are we bursting bombs and crackers then? You may ask, how is that leading to liberation? How is that leading us from darkness to light? Lighting lamp, I understand. You light a lamp, you destroy the darkness, and the significance of Diwali is there. And why this noise? What is that all about, you may ask. And that in China also it is like that. During their Chinese rituals, they also burn lamps and crackers and things like that. So in Asia, these rituals are seen. When I was in the US, they were doing this thing called, they put on all these funny things, the scary stuff. Halloween. Halloween. So I asked, why this Halloween? What is this kind of thing that why should you put on all these makeup and costumes which are scary, and also decorate your homes with that? Who decorates your home with skeletons and such ugly things? But it's everywhere. It's a huge craze. Then I asked what it is. I was in California, and we were close to Los Gatos, where is our ashram coming up. And there is an old tradition over there, it seems. Because there, those people of the hills, those tribals of the past, what we call the Indians of those regions, they all believed in this journey of the soul. They never believed that body is all that it is, and it will die one day and that's the end of the journey. No, they believed that the soul continues in those indigenous tribes. So even today they believe. And I'm sure this whole thing has come out of that, from the ancient tribes which believe the soul continues its journey. So why do they do all these things? They believe that their ancestors would visit them on this day in their homes. But how would their ancestors look like after they die? They have no clue. Our imagination of our ancestors would be those who are disembodied. It is like ghosts and such disembodied spirits. So how do you define how they look? So they look like these things without eyes, ears, nose, or hands and limbs and body. So they imagine them to be like that. So they would decorate their house to welcome them, hoping that they will come to our homes and bless us. Their souls will come to our homes because we are inviting them and making things decorate our home with things that look like them, that would attract them back to our home, that guide them to our homes. So that is the ritual. So I believe Halloween is emanated from there. Because I was there, I asked this question to our Mehran who was driving me in Bay Area. Why all these people are doing this? And then Sani Anand, he told me about the place where our ashram is coming up, that there the tribes, even today, there is a place where they go and offer their obeisances and also their respects to their ancestors. So these are some rituals that these indigenous tribes knew. That same thing in Asia, you see, Chinese people light those lanterns, Chinese lanterns, and they set them, they release them in the skies, and those lamps will just go up with the paper lanterns, and they will create some kind of a path of light, they say, as if they are lighting up a path, like our street lights light up things. Similarly, we light up our homes, and we also burst crackers, which go up to the sky. And this is not a new phenomenon. The firecrackers business has started recently. But Indians and Chinese always knew how to make firecrackers and burst them, especially for the rituals. And these are rituals which are, in a way, it seems that just like we invited our ancestors during the Pitrupaksha, Mahalaya Pitrupaksha time, now they need to go back to the heavens. So it's just a ritual in which we light lamps and burst crackers and release all these paper lanterns which will light up the sky path. Satyena pantha vitato devayanaha, says our Upanishad. That path of truth which takes us to the heavens. Devayanaha, that is going to Devaloka. So we light them that you have come from there. Don't be misguided if you do not know how you have to return to where you are coming from. So we want to guide you to the Devata Loka. Not, you might have come from Pitruloka or some other lokas, but we want to guide you to the Devalokas. This is our way of telling and sending you back with celebrations. And celebrations is all these firecrackers, lamps, and so on and so forth. So we truly believe that our ancestors come and bless us, and then they go back. Look at Onam, Bali Chakravarti comes, right? People light their homes, put pookolam, put all kinds of decorations, because they believe that their ancestors would come and go back. So soul's journey is continues after physical death, is something that these ancient indigenous tribes across the world knew, because they were so connected to the nature. But modern education does not recognize this because it is very empirical, it needs evidence for everything. And some of these things cannot be quantified. The very nature of the self as per our scriptures is yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha, that which cannot be described in word, that cannot be understood by mind. And we have only these tools, either senses or mind, something that we can feel, taste, smell, touch, then we know that this is real. Or if we cannot feel, taste, at least we can imagine it through our mind and get some logical explanation for that. Even then it is fine, they say. But these are beyond that by definition. So you cannot, it is an experiential thing. But our ancestors had experienced this. So Diwali is one such time where we believe that the journey of soul is continuing. And our ancestors, those souls which are yet to be born or yet to attain liberation, merge into the Paramatman, they are there somewhere. And they would come visit us, bless us, and they must leave also after that. And to help them leave and go to the Devaloka, we have done all these kinds of rituals have been created in our ancestors have created these rituals. So there is a symbolic reason why we do whatever we do in India. In modern times, what happens, this young generation asks questions, but the elders are unable to answer because they themselves don't know it. So it is that cat, basket and stone story. To save the ritual from the rats, they bring a cat. Now the cat has to be kept in control, so put a basket. Now the basket moves, so put a stone on it. Now it has become a list of samagri for the next puja, without a rhyme or reason. So that is how rituals become superstitions. And then the young generation, which is very well educated, questions all this. And the older generation gets angry and irritated and does not give any answers to them. And that is why they do not want to participate in things like that. And then it just degenerates into a social gathering or having a party or just buying things madly. And then businesses happen around that. So this whole thing just boils down to such a limited understanding of the original idea. The original idea is the immortality of the soul. which is what Deepavali is trying to explain to us, tell us. Apart from all the other stories that come along with it, whether Sri Rama returning to Ayodhya, or Narakasura being destroyed or killed, or Sri Lakshmi Devi who was born on this day, or during the Trayodashi, Dhanvantari had come, Dhanteras we celebrate on that. So all these are various other stories, but the ritual part is one thing. The spiritual part of it, the essence is this. I think we should celebrate everything with this essence. And you should have, and also of course, we all want to be happy and joyful. Anything that gives joy to us takes us closer to our true nature. So anything that makes us happy, we feel like doing it. So that is also why we do all these things. We spread happiness, and beauty is that you light one lamp, with one lamp you can light so many lamps. And no lamp loses its share of flame or light. In fact, the light multiplies. The more you give, the more you grow. Just now we heard from Mr. Badri about their company's growth and their concept of sharing. And I have seen some of these great companies who have done very well because they have shared the wealth with all the stakeholders. They did not keep it and accumulate it for themselves. While Strides has done that, I have seen Infosys grow like that. The initial days, Infosys shared all its wealth with its employees and shareholders. It gave back to the society. And everybody grew. With them, the whole Bangalore city grew. Because when they had more wealth in the hands of their shareholders, which were their employees too, it led to more prosperity. People bought houses, bought household goods. With that, real estate market grew, and the home appliances and other home goods markets grew, transportation grew, education grew, good quality of infrastructure grew, more taxes were paid, government had more revenue. So it had a ripple effect that helped not only that company grow, but along with it, it helped the whole of the system, the country grow. That is the idea. The more you share, the more you grow. The more you accumulate, the more you degenerate. Like a lamp. You light another lamp, now you have two lamps, two lights. And first one has not lost its light or share of its light. It is the same, but it also has added to the light of another lamp. So sharing is a great idea. And sharing brings abundance. There is no doubt about it. And I'm very happy to recognize a company which is Bangalore based. It is right here. They started here, and now they have, I don't know how many manufacturing facilities, and seven manufacturing facilities, and they supply to across the world. And he was saying they also have a program where they work with these world bodies like UNICEF to provide medicines for the very underprivileged countries of the world, which cannot afford. So they manufacture especially for them and distribute through them to so many people who cannot afford. That's a great thought. And at the same time, they're highly research oriented. We work with them, Sanjeevani hospitals work with them for many things like genetics and other DNA sequencing and so many other things. They are into great research also in modern medicine. So I'm very happy because we want to recognize and acknowledge the services of such companies which have shown good corporate governance, which have shown stakeholder responsibility, who have also helped build a better country, a better nation for everyone by manufacturing world-class products within the country so that it is within the reach of the common man. If we had to import everything from abroad, it would have been so expensive for us to manage. But pharmaceutical industry itself has changed the game, because of which the medicines are very, very affordable in India compared to many countries of the world. And that is because of such amazing companies who have built this. I also want to convey our regards to Mr. Ashok, who please, Arun Kumar, you have to convey to your founder as well, and make sure that someday he is able to see what is going on here. I'm also very, very particular that we work with like-minded organizations, because the idea of Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, we all should work together, we should help each other, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, we should work hard and then enjoy the fruits of it. Tejasvinam adhitamastu mahavidvishavahe. Without being of any trouble to each other, let us work together and enjoy the fruits of that labor together. So I believe that societies must find ways to partner with like-minded people and companies and organizations and associations, so that like from one lamp you can light another one, while the first lamp does not lose its light, you also give light to the second one. And then this sequence continues, more and more and more and more lamps are lit, and the whole world becomes bright. We cannot wish that in the middle of Amavasya. No, it's very significant that we celebrated Amavasya. Amavasya is no moon. Sun is not there because it is not there. Moon also is not there, which is because of Amavasya. What is the choice that we are left with to brighten our night? Light a lamp. Don't complain and cry over why there is no moon, why there is no sun. That's beyond our control. Today, when the world goes through so much of misery, millions of people go hungry to bed, millions of children are out of school, and how many hundreds of millions of people could not access good quality health care or good nutrition. In such a world, you can complain, oh, this is because of the politics, this is because of this is because of that. You can blame it on everybody. Like crying over no light on an Amavasya night. But that, what can you do, you ask? What is the solution? Don't be complainants, be solutioners, be pathfinders. And that is when you light a lamp. When you light the lamp, that light will spread and more lamps can be lit, and that is how you can make your night bright. Even though there is no moon, there is no other support, be your own support. And that is the idea of Deepavali too. In a social context, that is what Deepavali is sharing what you have and multiplying it that way. And you don't lose much, especially when you share knowledge. You don't lose anything. Knowledge multiplies when you share. So that is also the idea of celebrating Deepavali from the social point of view. And I believe that these rituals, as long as they are celebrated with the right spirit, they will remain spiritual. And that is how Indian culture will continue to the next generation and more. Many people around the world celebrate Diwali, something that even something like a country like United States of America recognizes as a big festival. Many states declare this as a day, festival day, even in USA, Diwali day, and people get involved because it is a happy festival. And who does not want to wear new clothes and eat sweets and light lamps and decorate their homes and exchange pleasantries? Who doesn't want it? So it gives you another opportunity to connect with the communities across. That's also another nice social reason why we should celebrate Diwali. So many reasons. If you want to do it the right way, there are hundreds of reasons why you should do it. Yes, there are people who also cry saying, oh, there is too much of this, too much of that. But they don't understand the spiritual side of it. If you understand the spiritual side of it, then it is perfectly okay. I think that is how it should be looked at. Our culture, our country is so rich. He was mentioning he started learning Vedas because his father had wished that at least somebody should learn Vedas because that is our culture. Here you would be happy to know everybody learns Vedas, irrespective of whichever class, whichever creed, whichever background. From the day one, they are all taught Vedas. Shall we chant Bhadram Karne bhi? Chant. स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May the blessings of the Supreme Divinity be upon all of us. May Lakshmi Devi bless us not merely with the material wealth, but the wealth of wisdom, capacities, abilities, and this ultimate liberation which we are born to attain. That's our birthright. And that is given to everyone. May no one have any sorrow. May all live happily And even if they have any problem, may the society, may all of us have the heart to look after each other, share with each other, and they all live a life of happiness and prosperity. May all beings be happy. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. With these prayers, we should celebrate this festival. And I'm very happy that all of you learn all these things and you understand the significance of all these things. One word before I close about Dr. Hira Malini and this book that they have made. It's about integrating all our ancient wisdom in medicine, which comes from Dhanvantari, Lord Dhanvantari, all the way to the modern medicine, which they are also trained in, but they have done a lot of deep research and brought out very fine concepts. It's going to be a great boon for especially the medical students to study and understand how you must look at medicine holistically. Because we just did not think we are the body and mind alone. We also recognize the presence of spirit. As the other day I was mentioning about Ayurveda and the very concept of medicine or health that comes from Ayurveda, it says, Sama dosha, samagnischa, samadhatu, malakriyaha, prasanna atmaindriya manaha, swasthya ityabhidhiyate. All this together is true health. Your doshas, tridoshas, your saptadhatus, your agni, and your malakriya, all these should be correct in balance. And atma, indriya, manaha, all three, indriya at the body level, mana, mental level, and atma at the spirit level. You should be happy. All these should be in a pleasant state. That state of pleasantness is called as true health, swasthya. This is the idea of Indian medicine, which comes from our Ayurveda by Sushruta. So you have to also learn medicine holistically. Don't just treat the body, the symptoms, or just the root cause of the disease, but you also understand the mental side of it and also the spiritual side of it. That is why in our medicine, God is included as a part of the medicine. And many times in our hospitals, patients heal faster because of the prayers, because of the kindness, because of the compassion, because we treat them as gods who have come in the guise of patients. So when we respectfully look after them, we don't charge them, we don't burden them with financial problems, and treat them for free, treat them without discrimination. Already healing starts because prasannatma indriya mana has happened. Malakriya, dhatu, josha, agni, all that medicine will look after. But you have made them happy from within. That happiness itself is healing. And that is how these hospitals do a great job, and turnaround time is very good. The patients get discharged faster. There are lesser hospital revisits. It's because of the internal happiness that also is given as a part of this treatment, not just the physical medicine part of it. So please read the book and benefit from that and incorporate these ideas. The new hospital block also gets the integrated medicine department, which will also do a lot of research and understand how our ancient knowledge systems worked at the molecular level. And I think we will seek some guidance from Mr. Badri of designing research programs that would further reveal the nuances of the genetics and the molecular level of our preparations, the Ayurvedic preparations and our way of treatment, that how it really affects at that level. So when you know at the cellular level what happens, then we can talk to the world more confidently about what we are trying to achieve. But very little is invested in evidence-based research, especially in indigenous systems of knowledge of medicine. We are taking it up as a very serious venture, and I would encourage many people also to take up these kind of interdisciplinary researches where the Western and Eastern medicine can talk to each other and come to a middle ground for the benefit of the patients. At the end of it, it is not about who is better, who is lesser. It's about what benefits the patient. So we should work together. That is the idea of Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Ubhunaktu. So let this Deepavali bring happiness, prosperity, peace and progress to everyone. May we realize our true selves and thereby be free from the darkness of ignorance that plagues all the society today, and thereby we all will become kinder human beings and societies will become more prosperous with these blessings. And also again congratulating and acknowledging the efforts of Mr. Badri for whatever they have done through strides and done so much for the societal good. I conclude today's talk. We have a music recital by two of the very finest artists. They are also based in Karnataka, and you will see them shortly. There is a veena and violin recital. So I'll come back for that in a short while.
We will have a short break for 10 minutes, after which we shall all reconvene for this evening's cultural program. Thank you. This evening we have a concert by prodigies and music maestros, Dr. Jayanti Kumaresh and Vidwan Shri R. Kumaresh. They are both distinguished figures in the world of Carnatic music, each a virtuoso in their own right, and together they form a dynamic and harmonious duo captivating audiences worldwide. Today they present Strings Attached, a journey and expression of thoughts, ideas, and emotions. It showcases their unique synergy, blending the rich tones of the veena and the expressive nuances of the violin. Dr. Jayanti Kumaresh, a sixth-generation musician, began playing the veena at the age of 3. For over 30 years, she has mesmerized audiences worldwide with her soulful playing, impeccable timing, and purity of notes. With a doctorate for her work on the styles and playing techniques of the Saraswati veena, she is also an educator and innovator, having created the web series Kapo Carnatic to demystify classical music. Shri R. Kumaresh began his performance career at the age of 5 and completed his 100th stage concert by the age of 10. With more than 4 decades of concert experience across the globe, he is renowned for his expert playing techniques and expressive renditions on the violin. They have collaborated with stalwarts such as Ustad Zakir Hussain, Pandit Ronu Mojumdar, and Ustad Shahid Parvez, creating rare musical experiences that blend mastery with magic. A true innovator, Shri Kumaresh has pioneered a new genre in Carnatic music called Raga Pravaham, while Dr. Jayanti continues to elevate the Saraswati veena to global recognition through her research and performance. Accompanying them on the mridangam is Shri Bangalore Arjun Kumar, one of the most respected mridangam artists of today. Born in a family of mridangam artists, Arjun Kumar was initiated into the art of mridangam at the age of 5 by his father Shri Arjunan, a senior percussionist, and later came under the tutelage of the mridangam legend Padma Vibhushan Dr. Umayalpuram K. Sivaraman. He has been accompanying 3 generations of musicians and has performed in leading organizations, sabhas, music conferences and cultural festivals in India and on the global stage. A recipient of numerous accolades, Shri Arjun Kumar directs and leads the well-known musical ensemble Swaralaya Sammelana. We also have today Shri Pramat Kiran on the morsing and tabla. A multifaceted percussionist, he extended his musical horizons in world music endeavors by playing several world percussion instruments. He is also a sought-after sound engineer and is the founder of one of Bangalore's biggest live recording and post-production facilities. Presenting this evening, Strings Attached by Dr. Jayanti Kumaresh and Vidwan Shri Kumaresh ji.
Our pranams to Swamiji. Happy Deepavali to all of you. You can wish us back. Thank you. What a honor, what a blessing for us to be presenting our program on the 100th year of Bhagwan. This is the greatest blessing that one can get, to be able to do Sangeeta Seva at such an auspicious occasion. And what a beautiful tagline, one world, one family. Amazing concept of Swamiji. And music is the perfect element to connect to that phenomena, one world, one family. Music is one, it is universal. It is beyond language. It is beyond any division. Universally, we have 7 notes and 12 positions. That is the world. And we have many families, like Carnatic music, Hindustani music, Western music, Arabic music, pop music, film music. They are all the different family, but all within the world of music. So what a beautiful metaphor. So today we started with a beautiful ragam called Ananda Bhairavi. A kind of composition which we called as Varnam. Varnam also means welcome. So it was a welcome song for all of you. And that is also a sound check song for all of us. Hope the sound is good for all of you. Is it okay? Okay, for me, I want some veena on my monitors, some mridangam on my monitors. Here. You're okay with this one? Thank you. We move on. Just like on Deepavali day, we wear new clothes, we look forward to new things. Today we are going to present a brand new Deepavali compositions in the ragam Nalina Kanti. You know, raga, many of you know that raga is a melodic structure with an ascending and descending set of swaras. Nalina Kanti has many compositions, many kritis. But on instrument, how we use the melodic scale of the raga and the rhythmic cycle and weave a composition, an idea, a thought, an expression which communicates the sound of veena and violin in a confluence which is very happy for both of us to play, experiential and also attractive for you to hear. So let us test this Deepavali composition Nalina Kanti out on you. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoy the composition, you can clap any time during the composition. You have the freedom.
Namaste to you all. Koti pranams to Swami. Thank you, Swami, for making us a part of history in the making. The 100-day non-stop celebration of culture, music, dance. What a blessing to be here. The next piece we are going to present is in a very, very profound and interesting raga called Kanta Mani. Have you heard it before? So what is so unique and special about this, and why Kanta Mani today? For most of you who are here most of the time, I'm sure among devotees, each one has a unique experience with their guru. And each one thinks in their mind, I think Guru likes me a little more than he likes the other one. So each person wants to be in the top 4, top 5 of Guru's grace. But the uniqueness of divinity is that every single person will have a unique, special experience. There is no favoritism because that is divine energy and that is Guru, right? So, what is the connection with this raga? This raga has 4 notes absolutely next to each other, which you would call as discordant notes. Normally, these 4 notes will never come together, usually. Now, how do you make it sound harmonious? It is in the placement of the notes. It is in which note comes after which note, how each note has a special place, and how each note feels special. For instance, you take a very well-known ragam like Kalyani, which is Yaman. Let me just play it for you. This, all notes are spaced out, each one has their space to do what they want. But in Kantamani, which is very close to Kalyani, you know what the notes do? It's that very, very rare combination of notes that the performer has to use his aesthetic brush to keep it away from each other and yet give the importance to every note in this raga is important. I can't say this note is less important. So the performer has to give importance to each note. You will find it as we explore this very, very beautiful raga filled with the grace of Guru, raga Kantamani. We'll do an alap and then we'll do a short tanam and again a short pallavi, which is a one-line composition. The word pallavi is made with padam, layam and vinyasam. Padam is a set of words, layam is the meter in which it is set, vinyasam is the improvisation that goes on with it. So that is what pallavi means. So we will do that, ragam, tanam, like Jod Jhala, and then we'll do the short pallavi, after which these 2 wonderful maestros will play their improvisation. After that, we'll take you on a little journey of Ragmala. You know, this garland for the Guru. And then we'll come to the finale and hopefully with his grace, everything should go on well. Let's start this unique journey with Ragam Kantamani.
You are very good students.
The Pallavi is in a rhythmic cycle of 7. So it starts like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the meter of the Pallavi.
Speed, okay?
For now, you just listen. When you go back, you can practice the talam. You just listen now. Don't try the talam now. Just watch. Then you try the 7 when you go home. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You try it later.
a mathematical exchange. So there's a lot of math in music. So we are going to do something called as Korap. So the sequence is 24 plus 18, 42, plus 18, 60, plus 18, 78. It goes like that. We are having fun, you enjoy that. Thank you, friends. So we will conclude this Nada Seva with a very beautiful composition of the one and only Lalgudi Jayaraman sir in the Ragam Desh, one of his masterpiece Tilanas.
I've never heard something. I think it was truly a delightful Diwali concert. And they really made us feel so festive, so festive. So festive with the music. It really felt like like a Diwali festival which is going on. You know, there were firecracker shows in that 7-beat thing. I just could not wrap my head around what they were doing, and couldn't really track and follow them. They were so good at it, and you know they are known for their experimentations and these kind of very very unique compositions. And what he was mentioning, that all of them, when they're on the stage, it's not only music to the ears, but it's also music to the eyes, because when we look at how you're enjoying and playing what you're doing, it's truly very delightful. And I think they're one of the finest musicians in the country. I'm sure in the world, when it comes to these instruments, they're one of the finest, with their blessings of their parents, you know, their ancestors, their gurus and God. They've come this far. It's truly, it's such perfection in whatever they were doing. And I enjoyed all of it, but I especially enjoyed that Kantamani, that is the raga, and that what we call as Rupakatala, but here the 7-beat composition. It was, I never heard that. We have heard a lot of concerts here in the last 10 years, but this was something truly unique, and it was truly like, you know, firecrackers going up in the sky, and something new, something surprising, something delightful coming at every turn. Kept us glued to it. You could not have taken even a moment off from the ongoing concert, because it was so surprising. At every turn, there was a surprise waiting. And that's why I said it's like you know, fireworks show, which we are going to have in a short time now. But that's how it looked like. There's one thing coming up, the next and the next, continuously something new happening in the skies. They're truly the stars. What can I do? I'm very happy that they could come. I know they have a long tour ahead, and so they said that it would be difficult to come again in November. But this is a part of the 100-year celebration, 100 days of continuous festivities, and to be here on a special day like Deepavali and performing is definitely a special blessing, is what I would think. And we are also very, very happy to hear your concert. I keep looking forward to you coming here and presenting. And as you said, you'll have you want to be in the top 5, top 10, top 4 of the Guru. But if I close my eyes and I can think of top 10 musicians that I really enjoy listening to, they definitely figure in that my top 10 list of musicians. And I think they will definitely do very well. They still have, you know, several years of Nada Seva ahead of them. And I'm sure if this is where they are, they're not even halfway through where they are going to reach in the coming years, and take this parampara, this Sangeeta parampara, this Nada parampara of our India to the rest of the world, and make a mark for themselves, an indelible mark in the minds of all the audiences across the world. That is the future. So I wish them all the very best. Continue to delight the audience as you do always. And I'm sure this is your sadhana, this is your seva. You don't need to do any other sadhana seva in your life. Just follow this music, and that will take you to this sakshatkara. You don't need anything else in life. Just be true to your purpose and do what you're doing with all your heart, and that's enough. That will take you to God. You don't need to do anything else in your life. A lot of blessings, and very, very happy. And maybe you can wish them. And he is always like this, so you know him. He's an eternal child. He never grows up. But that is why that innocence brings out such creativity. See, only children are creative. Grown-ups become very rigid. Because he has a childlike mind, he keeps on experimenting, keeps on creating, and that is what brings this new stuff. Children are like that. They don't care. They keep experimenting. They keep trying something or the other. So the childlike innocence will bring childlike creativity. I think child is close to God, isn't it? That is why creativity is divine. They say creation is divine. Imitation is human. But creation is divine. Same ragas, same notes, same talas, but bringing out such creativity continuously can happen only if you are divine or if you are a child. And I think he is child on the way to being divine. So that is why this is coming out. Otherwise, it's not possible. It's not possible at all. And both of them are such a pair, and though two different instruments, different sounds, different way of playing it. One is a string, one is a bow instrument, and they have different techniques, different sound. But how well they gel together like sun and the moon, that's what I feel. They come in their own time but do such delightful music. They're truly blessed. They're Gandharvas born as humans, otherwise this is not possible. And so also the accompaniment, what beautiful combination you have. Whenever you come, all of them. Today I'm listening to Arjunji for the first time. I felt but the way you all gel in so well, that is beautiful. I've heard him before, so I know him. But everybody gels so well, and it is truly, I truly enjoyed the concert. This was like real Diwali for us. The rest is later. Yes. Where do you get these ideas from?
Swamiji is asking, where do you get these ideas? Here, the source. I have been extremely fortunate, extremely lucky to have been blessed by great gurus like Swamiji. Bhagavanji, when I think in 87 or 89, I had the honor of playing in front of Sathya Sai Baba. And at that time he kept his hand on my head. I don't know how many bad thoughts he took out, how many bad things he took out, but those are the greatest blessings that you can get. And Paramacharya of Kanchi Acharyas, Sringeri Acharyas, all great rishis, they all have been so lucky to be touched by them in many ways, and I think that's what is doing this. And such a beautiful place. You come and sit here, it is so energized. Nothing else happens, only music happens. This is such a beautiful, you are also lucky, students and all the devotees here, we are also lucky that we have such a temple of humanity here. The temple of the world, that's what we should say, because there is not only music, there is education here, there is philosophy here, there is science here. Everything is here. It's an amazing place. You come and sit here, you are connected to the source. So, where else? That's the way it happens. That's the way it happens. I can't say anything more. Thank you for the wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
We may practice for hours and hours, but when you come on the stage and you sit and it's the time to play that particular phrase, there's no guarantee it's going to come out well. You could go easily to the previous note, to the next note, or when you pull it may not come all right, the clarity may be different, the mic may not be okay, your rendition may not be okay. But hours and hours of practice for it to come, and when you're on stage and when the moment comes for you to play it correctly, I think it's sheer Guru's grace. So, hard work, inspiration, and on top of all of that, Guru's grace, I think we can get somewhere a very happy Diwali to you.
Guru Kripa hi kevalam. At the end, whatever you do, unless Guru's grace descends on you, nothing moves, nothing happens. Rest all is just human effort. That doesn't take you to these heights of perfection. I said, at best you can be a good imitator of music. Copy some other musician and become great. But bringing out from within, that's possible only by God's grace, Guru's grace, and you have plenty of that. That is why you are doing so well. May you continue to do well. And as I said, give joy to so many people around the world. May that be your sadhana, that be your seva. I convey my heartfelt blessings and wishes for Deepavali to all of you, to all your family, everybody, because they are all great lineage of musicians. To all of them, lot of blessings. Okay.
सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय सर्वलोकहितरकाय सर्वमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय ब्रह्मज्ञानबोधकाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय नित्यशुद्धनिर्मलाय नित्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम्